Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Practice Accelerator Challenge. We're so excited to have you on this week. I am one of your many wonderful hosts, Annie Asher. Regan, how's it going?
It's good, and it's so good to be back. I was in Italy and just loved it there, seeing the Dolomites, and Venice is such a quaint city. But yeah, coming back, I always appreciate America, and so I'm not going to have us do the Pledge of Allegiance or anything like that, but but it was yeah, it's just so cool because I always appreciate my life even more. Every time I travel, I always come home. I'm like, oh, we have the nicest house, and like Utah's so pretty, and so it's always just a good reminder. But I'm really happy to be back.
Awesome. We're happy to have you back.
Yeah, and I did get a lot of creative work done on the Inner Circle. Right now, we just closed registration. You guys will get emails on that. So we're taking our initial group and we're rolling this out. And so far, I just wanted to give you guys kind of a backstage snapshot on how we're building out this brand new program, because the thing we sought out to accomplish before session 3 is we said, all right, what are the ways that we can add the biggest amount of value to our clients and help them remove operational drag, help them grow their practice faster than they could without this particular thing? What is that thing that will help them grow their practice by $100,000 in 90 days or less? And this was the problem that we sought out to solve, and that was the birth of the Inner Circle. So basically what's happened since we launched that is we kind of did of course, you always want to test an idea out on people who are like, members of your group, and to make sure it'll add value. So we asked a few of you, hey, would this be something that would be helpful? And you said yes. And so then at session 3, the creativity of medicine, that's when we really rolled this thing out. And it's been so fun to see just how much creativity's gone into it. So yeah, because you guys, what you're going to see is in the Inner Circle, this is where Go Wellness primarily has been an academic group where we have meetings. We talk about peptide therapy, functional medicine, regenerative medicine, some of the best training that you'll find. I mean, Dan's functional medicine training at the last event was the best day on functional medicine you'll ever find anywhere. So if you can go back and watch that, you will not regret it, because he gives so many shortcuts, and you can see real mastery. It's kind of, it's kind of like the sculptor who knows, just how much rock to remove. It's the things that we remove that make it more valuable. And Dan really he gave you like the perfect snapshot of how to handle functional blood chemistry in brand new ways. But essentially, Go Wellness, we've said, okay, here's how you do it, and we show you how to do it, but we've never done it for you. And Go Wellness is a team with amazing, just a roster full of all-stars, and a lot of you, we've got to get your image even better. And so I think it's amazing, because you guys, working with us in a mentorship role and an apprentice role is totally different than what we've ever done. So we call the Inner Circle, where it's Regan is now, I decided, hey, I want to start working with you guys one-on-one more. I want to start really developing your protocols, because so many of you, you're trying to put in peptides, but you don't quite understand the sequence. And then, you're second guessing yourself, and then you try a single peptide and you're like, well, I tried BPC 157 and it didn't work. And I'm like, okay, well, did you use any other peptides with it? What else were you doing? And I mean, there's just a whole thinking process that goes around the way that you structure peptides. So part of what we're doing in the Inner Circle is I will be helping you directly put your protocols together and pulling out your unique genius so that you can build programs that are very duplicatable. Because in business, there's only 2 ways to grow. One is you can increase the amount of volume of new patients that come in. And then the second way you grow is you add services, or you add the value, the lifetime value of each patient that comes into your office. And I'm of the opinion that you always want to do both. You want to scale your team, but you also want to scale your offers. So we're creating an offer that's going to be an extraordinary offer where, and we'll talk about this on Friday for those of you in the inner circle, but this new offer will be something that you can really get enthusiastic about, because I can tell you the times in my practice where I've been able to 10x it. And I think you can all go back to your practice and say, okay, when have I 10x it? When have I really moved the needle? And I guarantee you, it's a time where you had a new program or a new protocol or something that you got really excited about. And then your excitement led to communication to your patients, and your patients got excited about it and they signed up for it. So Annie, if you look at this inner circle, what would you say what's your thought process been around how to make this vision come to a reality? Because I'm kind of like the make it up guy and you're kind of the make it real.
Yeah. So my process, or I think it's kind of simple and kind of not, like really just getting into the spirit and the mind of our providers. So what is the image you are presenting to the world? Who is it you want to be as a provider? Like, what is your niche? What is the spirit of your practice? Like, how do you want to send that message to everybody? Are you being too broad with your message? Are you niching it down as much as possible so that you can really speak to these people who need you the most? So really just kind of like stripping down the bones and getting to the most real part of yourself as a provider, and then we're creating from there, and it's really beautiful. So we're rebranding, we're helping you build a new image, not new, because how you are is great, but a more revamped image. I mean, we work in a very visual world these days with social media and all of that, so I want you guys to really think about how you're presenting yourself to the world.
Hey everybody, Regan Archibald here. I hope you enjoyed the Go Wellness show and maybe learned a couple things you could apply to your practice. If you're a healthcare entrepreneur who wants to work in an academic think tank with like-minded humans who are just like you, looking to provide better service, better quality of care for your patients, reach us at info@gowellness.com and we're happy to do a free practice analysis for you.